This is the entrance that the top guns of the New Patriotic Party will be entering from ahead of the event starting. A couple of them have already started coming in. I've actually seen the former presidential aspirant, Dr. Kojo Oppong. He's already up there. We'll try to talk to him. He wasn't going to talk for now, but he has already made his way up there where he is currently, and a number of them we expect very, very soon will be coming in for this event to start. They are the heart of this event. They are the key guys for which reason the guys around which the key decisions surround. A couple of the persons in whose name these amendments stand, someone like Peter McMenu and co, will all be coming from here. When he arrives, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he will come from here. The top guns of the party, when they do arrive, this is the spot from which they will come before they make their way to the VVIP seating and the event to start. It's a little, just a little, if you look at the timing now, it's 20 minutes to the top of the hour 9. And that will mean the party is still an hour late from when it's intended to start this event. But of course, we've had an explanation from the national organizer of the party, who has been at the heart of this event organization, together with Joseph Osei, to explain to us that because of the traffic situation and a couple of situations, this event will now start at 9 or perhaps 10 o'clock. 9 will be a very ambitious target because it's just 20 minutes to 9 and the top party hierarchy are not here. Perhaps at 10 o'clock in the next 1 hour, 20 minutes, the big party stalwarts would have all made their way in here for the event to start. If you go down here a little bit, you will see the security situation is much tighter here. You see a couple of party organizers, the persons who are organizing the event, who are all around, a couple of media persons who are stationed here waiting for the big guns to also come in, the National Ambulance Service. This place is much protected, it's cordoned off. The security situation is much improved here, unlike the other side, because of the huge number of persons who are coming in. It's a different situation here at the VVIP entrance with a couple of people supposed to come. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, I see Kojo Oppong Nkrumah there. We'll speak to him pretty shortly and get some understanding from what exactly is supposed to happen here. Like I told you, this is the VIP entrance and the VIPs are not coming in. Honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah there, former Minister for Information, MP4 of Ofasia Irebi, who is a leading member of the party in Parliament. I'll try and speak to him pretty shortly before we get to more and more very, very important persons who are now coming in. Honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, thank you very much, and thank you for joining our live coverage on Joy News. This is a big party event. This is the first time the NPP is coming together in this sense to take stock, obviously, of what happened in 2024, make changes, and then devise strategies for 2028. What are your own expectations?
Well, a lot of work has already taken place. First, the stock taking has taken place. And then we've had an opportunity to go around the country in a thank you tour, during which the General Secretary of the party has explained the executive summary of the Michael Quay report. So party delegates have a certain understanding of why we lost the election. That understanding is what then translated into memorandums, about 300 recommendations from party delegates across the country on the reforms to make. Those reforms were given to our committee, the Frank Davis Committee, of which I'm a member, to engage. And we did a lot of broad consultations, about 3 months of work, which consultations then culminated into 56 proposed amendments to our Constitution. It is those 56 amendments that conference today is going to have an opportunity to more or less take a referendum on. Because as is done anywhere, you have a Constitution that sets up whether a country or a group. You need a referendum before you can amend portions of that Constitution. And so today, that's what we're expecting to take place.
What form will this take? Will it be by voice vote? How are you going to gauge whether party members are supporting these amendments or not? The
precedent in times when we've amended our Constitution, I recall when I was in your shoes, right, like this at Trade Fair, when we amended, the major amendments of the last time, it was done by voice vote. So usually how we amend our Constitution is by voice vote. If there is basis for somebody to challenge the decision of the authorities on the voice vote, as is done on many platforms, they can then articulate a challenge, and that challenge can be examined.
So we don't expect anything on, say, the top-bottom approach here I've heard Vance talk about it, but something conclusive. There's not going to be anything on that.
I have been surprised that people keep talking about a top-bottom approach or, bottom-down, because it has never come up for discussion at council, for example. The only thing that council had mandate to do, which council did, was to set a date for the presidential election. And then council also designated that today conference should meet and go through the amendment of the constitution. That is all. When it comes to the election of the flag bearer, the electoral college is spelled out by the constitution already. Admittedly, today we will be expanding, hopefully, the electoral college. So you expect that the rules that exist already are the rules that will apply. So bottom up, top down, they haven't come up for discussion. I don't expect it to come up for discussion.
There are those who say that perhaps there are a couple of fractures within the party. We've heard President Kufuor say that he has been sidelined. We've also seen now that he wrote to the party asking for a postponement of this event so that he will be here. The former President Kufuor has denied asking for this event to be postponed. He says he has been out of the country. So the two persons who have attained the highest office of the land will all not be here. Do you sense that all is well with the top echelons of your party and you can carry along the base?
A couple of things. We must admit that at a time like this, there are various camps that spring up in a party. When you've had a party that has been led by one person for about 16 years, President Akufo-Addo was our leader for about 16 years, and he departs the scene, there will be a scramble for power. So anybody who says that the party at this point in time does not have various persons clamoring for power will be telling a lie. That is a truth. But we must also accept that despite that, we must work towards quickly finding a leader and bringing unity within the party. That is why council in its wisdom said that we can't continue with this chaos for 2.5 years. Let's bring the election of the flag bearer early. In fact, at today's conference, one of the motions is to have clarity on the leader of the party, and we hope that will also be accepted. So, yes, there are different camps, but yes, we also have to work towards leadership and unity very, very quickly.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, who has been part of the committee that has been looking at the amendments that have been proposed by the party going into this election. He has been explaining to us that the votes are going to be largely by voice and the party is going to decide. Briefly, we will speak to the Deputy General Secretary, who has also made his way here to get some understanding of how the party is going to go about this. But Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, who has been leading a member of the Frank Davis committee that has been looking at these amendments, has offered us some clarity. He says the key decisions that will be taken perhaps on the electoral college, they're looking forward to expanding it and also deciding who the leader of the party is. There's been that kind of confusion because in the NDC, whenever they elect a presidential candidate, if they have a president, that person is deemed the leader of the party. While in the NPP, there are those who will contrary view and say that, listen, the chairman is the leader of the party, not a flag bearer, not this, not that, and all of that will be done here. So Haruna Mohammed will be joining us pretty shortly to get an understanding of where they take this and how it will go. It's a big day for the New Patriotic Party. This is the first time they are coming under this umbrella to do this.
There's no umbrella here.
Of course, there's no umbrella. But I was saying that you are coming under the umbrella of the party.
No.
But you're coming under the elephant of the party. Yes. I think that's a very good point that you make. What are your expectations going into today? It's a big day. The New Patriotic Party meeting for the first time since your defeat in 2024 in this sense, because of course you and your boss, the General Secretary, together with Dr. Bamia, you've gone around the country, you've explained to the party some of the things that caused your defeat, and you have been taking feedback from them. You are meeting today to make changes, hopefully to lead you back to power in 2029. What are your own expectations?
Thank you very much. Good morning to all those that are listening to Joy this morning. Our expectation is anchored on the theme that we have set for ourselves for this particular conference, rebuilding together with our core values. Rebuilding because we have all seen the nature of politics in Ghana today. We were the first to set the record to defeat a sitting president, which has not been broken yet, to defeat a sitting president with a certain margin that was very unprecedented. Not knowing that we would also get a defeat in 2024, which is also unprecedented. But these two defeats are not the same, because our defeat was a defeat of a sitting president. Their defeat was a defeat of a vice president. Well, so for us, we are here to rebuild party, through the youth, through the organs, and through all the structures of the party. So our very expectation is that we would leave here with much hope, a lot of experiences, a lot of rebuilding processes, a lot of changes that will inure to the benefit of the citizens of Ghana, not only the NPP. So that is what we are expecting. The
constitutional amendments is the major part of this. Of course, the General Secretary will present a report and all these reports that will be read. In terms of the constitutional amendments, you've heard from Kojo Oppong Nkrumah talk about a voice vote and all that. Are there clarity on how you can gauge where the mood of the party is on this? Because maybe people are shouting from here, some people may be holding a microphone, so that you only agree on the things that the party truly wants.
I think that there has always been precedence in all the processes that we have amended our constitution. The last amendment was done in 2017. We have always used the voice vote. The very standard that is used in Ghana's parliament, in the legislature, probably 90% of that is used by voice vote. Yes cannot be contradicted and no cannot be contradicted. So certainly there will not be any difficulty in identifying whether the yes has it or the no have it.
Finally, before you go, this event is going to start perhaps 9 or 10 and then go up until about 2. They had also said that there may be a couple of cracks in the party because we've heard former President Kufuor say that he has been sidelined. You are the Deputy General Secretary. You are not involving the gentleman that led your party to his first electoral victory in 2000. You are not involving him. He says he's not too old. He has big ideas for the party. He even asked you to postpone this event so that he can be here. The party decided not to listen to him.
I think you are getting it wrong. I can tell you in authority that the video you are seeing and the commentary that is going, there has been a lot of doctrine around it. President Kufuor is a very accomplished politician. He's one of the pillars of the new Patriotic Party. The last time he spoke to us at the Patriotic Institute was 25th of June. That tells you that the involvement of President Kufuor is undoubtedly cannot be measured because he has stood for the party at any point in time. He spoke to us, he spoke experience, he spoke wisdom, he spoke age, he spoke future. And President Kufuor certainly would not be very happy with people who want to dent his image out there. Because of that, we as leadership, we are resisting the temptation to discuss President Kufuor in the public. He's an elderly man of the party. He has the authority to make his mind very clear in any manner that he needs. If we had such situation with President Kufuor, the Patriotic Institute, he wouldn't have been there. So it is entirely not true, and people want President Kufuor to be dragged in the mud that it cannot be done through the current leadership. President Kufuor remains a pillar in our party, he remains a foundation in our party, and he remains the future of our party.
Thank you very much. That is the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, giving us some indication as to what exactly is going to happen. So very soon, of course, we're going to have news file in the next 8 minutes, and then we'll continue the rolling coverage every now and then when there's some big thing happening here. Trust us definitely to bring that to you, the big interviews, especially now that we are stationed here at the VVIP entrance where big people are now coming in. You've seen Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. We expect any moment from now, perhaps the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo-Makin, coming in, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, all those who matter within any patriotic party. This is where they'll be coming from. And when they do come here, we'll be here to grant them interview, to speak to them, to pick their thoughts on what exactly is going to happen today and what the expectations are in terms of bringing the party, the New Patriotic Party, together to form, obviously, a formidable opposition to the current government and to show readiness to win the 2028 election if the Ghanaian people so decide.